Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets tucked away in corporate filings and uncover the real story behind the numbers. Today we're diving into TrustCo Bank Corp, Enwi's latest update. And let's just say it involves some number crunching that might make your wallet feel a little lighter or perhaps a little heavier. So buckle up before we get into the nitty gritty. If you enjoy getting these clear, no-nonsense breakdowns of company reports, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to join a community of fellow corporate sleuths, our Discord channel link is in the description below, so come hang out. Alright, so what we've got here is a Form 8K filing. Think of this as a quick announcement from a company to the public when something significant happens that investors need to know about right away. It is not a deep dive into operations like a quarterly or annual report, but it's often where you get the first official word about important events. TrustCo Bank Corp NI is reporting here on the 21st of October of 2025, and the main event is all about their financial performance for the quarter that ended on the 30th of September of the same year. The juicy part for us is always how the company is doing financially. In this filing, TrustCo is essentially telling the world that they've released their results for the third quarter. They've put out a press release detailing these results, and they've attached that press release as an exhibit to this report. This is pretty standard practice when you see an 8K mentioning results of operations and financial condition. It usually means the company is sharing important financial updates, often like earnings announcements. Now the real meat is in that attached press release, Exhibit 99A. While this 8 document itself doesn't contain detailed financial tables, it points us directly to the source of that information. We need to look at that incorporated press release to understand the numbers. Since we don't have the full press release content here, we'll have to infer what kind of information this filing is designed to convey based on typical 8K filings. Companies file these to make sure everyone has access to the same financial information, simultaneously preventing any unfair advantages for certain investors. This particular filing is quite brief, acting as a signpost to the more detailed financial announcement. It tells us that TrustCo released their quarterly earnings and provides a reference to the document containing those details. It's like getting a headline about a news story and then being directed to the full article to read the important details. This section, item 9.01, is where the filing officially lists all the documents that are being submitted along with the 8K. It is essentially the table of contents for the attachments. Here we see Exhibit 99A is listed as the press release dated the 21st of October 2025, covering the period ending the 30th of September 2025, about their quarterly results. Then there is Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This means they are also providing the key information from the cover page in a digital format that can be easily read by computers. This is for regulatory purposes and helps in data analysis, but it is not something we typically dive into for its narrative. Finally, we get to the signatures. This is where the company officially confirms the filing. Michael M. Ozimek, who holds the title of Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, signs off on this report. This signature essentially means he is attesting that the information provided is accurate and that he is authorized to submit it on behalf of TrustCo Bank Corp NI. Now, if we had the full press release from Exhibit 99, here we would be digging into all the key financial metrics like net income, earnings per S-hair, loan growth, deposit levels, and net interest margin. We'd be looking for trends compared to previous quarters and the same quarter last year. For example, if net income had dropped by say 10%, that would mean roughly $1 out of every $10 earned is now gone. If loan growth slowed significantly, it could indicate a cautious lending approach or a weaker demand for credit in their market. We would also be looking for any commentary from the company's management on the drivers behind these financial results. Are they attributing positive results to effective cost management or strong revenue generation? Are negative trends due to economic slowdowns, increased competition, or perhaps regulatory changes? The attached press release would typically contain this narrative. For a bank like TrustCo, key performance indicators would likely include their net interest income, which is the difference between what they earn on loans and what they pay on deposits. We'd also check their efficiency ratio, which measures how much it costs them to generate $1 of revenue. A lower percentage here generally means they are operating more efficiently. Their provision for loan losses would also be a critical number, indicating how much they expect to lose on loans that might go bad. A rising provision for loan losses can be an early warning sign of potential future problems. Given this is a brief 8K, we are being directed to a separate document for the details, but the existence of this filing signifies that TrustCo has indeed shared its quarterly financial health report with the investing public. We should consider this filing as a notification that the financial details are available, and the real analysis would occur by reviewing the press release itself. So, what is our take on this filing specifically? Well, it is more of a road sign than a destination. It tells us that TrustCo Bank Corp NY has released its quarterly financial results. It doesn't tell us what those results are. For a proper analysis, we'd need to see the actual press release. However, the very act of filing an 8K to report earnings is a standard and necessary step in maintaining transparency with shareholders and the market. It's crucial for investors to have timely information. And this filing ensures that the strength of a company's financial reporting lies not just in the numbers themselves, but also in how clearly and promptly they are communicated. TrustCo is adhering to that principle here. Any risks or opportunities would be detailed in the press release, such as changes in interest rate environments affecting their lending and borrowing costs, or perhaps new strategic initiatives to grow their customer base or expand their digital offerings. Without those specifics, it is hard to give a definitive outlook on their direction. In conclusion, this 8K filing by TrustCo Bank Corp NY is a formal announcement of their quarterly financial results. It's a signal that investors and analysts should look for the accompanying press release to understand the company's performance. The filing itself is a procedural step, and the real insights into the company's health and future prospects would be found in the detailed financial data and management commentary within that press release. Alright, that is our quick decode of this TrustCo Bank Corp NY filing. What is your take on the importance of timely financial reporting, and what do you expect to see in their earnings release? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out, and of course subscribe for more in-depth corporate document analysis. Don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.